I so wish I had the power to elaborate a very nice blues slow solo here, but I'll get there. I'll get there eventually. I love it. Oh, good morning, everyone. Alessandro Pivezan from the silo at the magnificent Hunt Hill Farm. Yes, this place is magnificent indeed. Oof, so many awesome things to see, to experience, to learn, to enjoy. I love being here. I love being here. I love wake up here every morning and just feel awesomely great. It's very, I think, impossible. There is the word, to wake up in paradise every morning and don't feel amazing. It is amazing. Look, this is my girl, Bailey's. Came to visit today. Seem to go out and play and enjoy. Oh, she's such a sweet little baby girl. Yeah, she's a wire fox terrier. Skitchen Root had the exact same dog, but named Rex. We found a lot of pictures of him them with him. So this is our girl, Bailey's. You okay? Yeah, she's such a sweetheart. Well, how are you feeling this morning? Are you ready to enjoy spring and prepared to live some amazing, awesome days in your life starting today? Yeah? Well, if you were here watching this video and, sharing my stuff around, I assume that you are at least trying very hard. And this is awesome. It's awesome because at the end of the day, it's all about us, right? We go out and we look for the things we want to do and we believe and we want and this and that. And this is the way it's supposed to be, right? Ourselves. It doesn't matter what other people do to try to help us and this and that. If you don't really commit to yourself, nothing happens. And I feel the vibe. I feel the vibe in all the messages and all the cool exchanges I'm having with the audience, with you guys out there. I start this as my morning relaxation, me time, trying to learn the guitar kind of thing. Ooh, there's some deer or some other stuff outside, and they get all rattled up and excited. Russell, no. They're all here this morning. They're all here. We haven't gone out yet. Oops, there we go. Soon the barking may start. Mr. Wolf is arriving. Yeah. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for enjoying my messages every morning and sharing your thoughts and ideas with me. It means a lot. I really appreciate that. I wasn't able to come yesterday because my internet is freaking out. So I finally was able to identify the problem, which is not my internet service provider. It's actually my router. So I got a new one, and I don't expect to have any more internet issues anytime soon. Well, I was watching some movies, doing some research this weekend between one work and another. Oh, and happy Valentine's Day. I'm sorry for everybody. Super ultra happy Valentine's Day. Let's bring some more love into our world. We can use it. We can use more. We can use love every day. We can use love, kindness, friendship, solidarity every day in our lives and in everyone else's lives. And that's why when I see so many awesome people coming and watching my videos and sharing information with me, every time you try to actually make today the best day of your living and improve yourself, You're helping the world around me, around you, around us, around everybody. It's more extra positive energies that are um, joining this whole universe of vibrations that we all come from. So thank you for this positive contribution. I came across a phrase that I never actually heard before, and I thought it was very interesting, which is the antifragile, right? Or antifragile, whatever the correct pronunciation will be. And with something truly interesting, because it pretty much means that goes beyond resilience, goes beyond robustness. And that's what I believe is needed when you are in that process of trying to figure out who you are and how to deal with all the issues in life and around you, the challenges, the obstacles, the good stuff, the not so good stuff, the bad stuff. Very often we can see a lot of super fragile people, right? Everybody's so fragile now. It's so destructible and broken and delicate. Everybody has a delicate little thing that you touch and they break it in pieces and get destroyed emotionally because everybody's so fragile. Even on the ways that you talk and you feel and you assess. I think our freedom of expressions and abilities to go wherever you want to go, think whatever you want to think, do whatever you want to do, as long as we are okay with the consequences for that. Also opened up a space where it's so hard to even express yourself freely in a non offensive or corrosive, destructive way. Okay, I'm turning 50 years old this July. So, yeah, 50 years is a long time. But a long time ago, growing up, certain things and freedoms we had to express ourselves without any intention of harm, it changed, doesn't exist anymore. Today, a lot of the things that were totally normal and just, you know, fun, cool, or let's say unharmful ways and expressions and things. Today, you cannot talk about anything anymore. It became so difficult. And but looking around, the number of fragile individuals it grew so much, in the sense that everywhere you look now and you say something, you point something, or do certain things. I'm not talking about harmful stuff. I'm just talking about freedom of expression and certain little things, words and feelings here and there that you can notice how people get aggressive, get protective, and feel offended so easily, so quickly. Turning things a little bit different and harder, I guess, maybe, depending on what populates your mind, because this will also help distract you from the really meaningful things. Because if you really want to find issues everywhere, you will find issues everywhere. Just be totally certain of that. And sometimes there aren't issues everywhere. Sometimes the issues are more in your head, right? Remember that on my way of thinking and talking and sharing my stuff. It's all about experiences, feelings, thoughts, ideas, and consequences of the stuff that happened in my own life. I do not elaborate or go into other people's lives. Only if I'm doing a little example here and there are certain things that actually affected me in one way or another. So this way it's easier for me to share my truth, and that's what I do. So I prepare a series of thoughts every morning. This was back 2003, had an internet project that was working very well. And even though everything was doing great, again, I'm in that process of still learning, trying to figure things out. Took me a while. Took me many decades to figure out that life wasn't really crap. The crap is the way I chose how to live it. But then between I want to live a great life today, not doing more crap because life is good, until you can actually get to the point where this becomes your reality, this becomes ubiquitous to you, right? Every day I do the same thing. I will be a positive person, keep moving forward towards the life of my dreams. Not easy. Not easy. Because sometimes we always associate the money with success and the ability to get things done. And since we don't have any, you think, oh, never going to do it, never going to be possible. I can't do it. I can't make it. Oh, how am I going to pay all my bills and my stuff and still be happy? Right? But again, it's all part of working this big gray mass inside of your head, your brains, to help shape your mind, and then your mind to tune your brain so you stay in that, how you call infinity cycle, where the mind is what the brain does, but the brain can be tuned by your mind to reflect the reality you created in your head. And you can live that reality, you can. It's totally possible. The hardest part is to get rid of the distractions, the useless distractions around you, around your life. And useless distractions I call friends that are not friends, actions that goes against what you believe in your core, inside of yourself. Despite the fact that you might be trying to belong to a certain group of people, which requires you to adopt a certain kind of behavior that might even be against what you truly believe. So get rid of it. You gain nothing with that. You're wasting your time. Yes. So I put a series of thoughts every morning, and these thoughts would reflect how I woke up. You go to sleep thinking of some things and you wake up. So the first thought that came to my head, I would write it. Then later trying to make sense. Some of them did. Some of them didn't, or I couldn't figure out the meaning yet. So I'm coming up with a little book where you can just open separate pages and find a message that may mean something to you, like they mean to me. So this one is simple. It says, the impossible starts where the lack of knowledge and humility ends. Never believe that you are incapable or that things are impossible. Now, why do I say that? And I kept thinking with myself, the impossible, impossible. In this particular scenario, some other things at that time were developing websites and doing certain things. And developers usually, when they don't know what to do in the next step to generate certain functions, they usually come in and say, oh, it's impossible to do. It's impossible to do because, usually in my understanding, a person reached that plateau where your knowledge ended. And you never been faced with that kind of experience or challenge. Therefore, since you're not prepared, some of the individuals I was dealing with, and some people that I also know, regardless of the programming world, this is just an example, would say it's impossible to do. But not having the humility to state that, listen, I ran out of options in my box of tools. My knowledge doesn't allow me to actually get this done myself. Can I go look for help? Do you know what to do? Because that's the point where you bring the consultant or somebody that actually can take it from point A to point B and teach you how to get there. Add their extra bag of tools that can help you get the job done. So for me, anytime something felt impossible was because I couldn't do it by myself. But more important than to do it by yourself is to actually get things done. Find a way to get it done. Deliver the goods. It's not because it is actually impossible to do. What may be missing is your ability to realize that you reach your top. This is my plateau. I can't go from here because I simply don't have the knowledge or the ideas or the alternatives necessary, or even the tools. Now, if you have the ability to realize that and be humble enough to go look for the appropriate help, you're not going to have a problem. You're going to have a need. There's a big difference between a need and a problem. Sometimes people go, oh, I have a problem. I need to do this. I need to do that. Actually, at that point, what you may have is a need. And depending on what you choose to satisfy this need, making the wrong choice may lead you to have a problem. And it's a lot harder to fix a problem than fulfill a need. Having these differences in your head could help. Because at the end of the day, it's all about here. Your ability to be aware of what's going on, realize your own limitations and where you're trying to go. It's always important to know, where am I trying to go? Because this will help you determine the paths, the different paths you can take to get there, to the same location. Some will go straight, faster, but sometimes you're going to have to go around it to get there. It may take a little longer, but as long as you get there and safe, it's what matters. And most important than anything is making sure that you don't stop, that you keep going. Because you can only fail if you stop trying. At least that's what I believe. So therefore, let's go. Let's keep trying and doing certain awesome things to make today the best day of your life. Today is the best day of my life. And it has been many other days since I started this, because this is my way to show the things that are going on in this paradise and with our lives and the challenges to save this awesome place. And my daughter was here, so I had 2 months of amazing fun and super good times. But she left last Thursday, so she went to Brazil. She was back with her mom, and I talk to her, of course, every day on FaceTime, and seeing her little face and just imagine that she was here a couple of days ago. But she'll be back. She'll be back soon. And going back to, when I talk about the boxes of reserved happiness and impossible things and the stinky box, right, when you're feeling down and drifting towards darkness, or even excessive light shining over your successes, that we all get lost. And coming home here, where you know who you are and facing the truth and facing the things that you know made who you are very important to me. So when I come back home, in moments that I might want to feel a little sad, a little down, it's normal. Life is so fluid. Not because you're thriving, that you thrive all the time. Thriving doesn't mean, I don't have any bad moments in my life. I don't feel sad or anything. I keep going up all the time. Yeah, but sometimes, you do a little dive here and there. It's part of life. It's normal. It's with all the feelings. So when I come home and I'm here and I connect with myself, all these happy moments I had with my daughter goes into my happy box. Those happy moments for me are cumulative, so I can open up and I can remember them. My daughter just opened and remember she was here just 5 days ago. And it was awesome. It was awesome to have her here every day and wake up with her in the morning and see the things and feel that. But now she's not here. But she's with her mom, who misses her as much as I do. And it's good to see the two of them happy together as well. It doesn't make me unhappy that my daughter is not by my side. Of course, I wanted my daughter by my side all the time. But it's not a reality right now. But just opening those boxes and remembering those moments. Yes, I wanted her here by my side forever. But what I had was 2 awesome months. So I enjoy them. I rejoice on them. Then you can open the box of the impossible moments. How many times have I been there thinking that I could never do anything, be anything, not go anywhere, it's impossible, not going to make it, I can't do it, I don't have what it takes. Super fragile. But then here I am. I found that strength. I found that desire to survive and to thrive is in me. Thanks to the help of awesome people that were just interested in helping me out and the knowledge they gave me and the tools that helped me shape my head and get out of water and start moving forward towards the life of my dreams, right? The living of my dreams, because life is so fantastic. Life is free, comes every day, every morning, costs you nothing, and give you the ability to be whatever you want to be, to do whatever you want to do. So how can life be bad? You may say, yeah, but my life is crap. I didn't ask for a life like this. Guess what? Nobody does. Some of us are very lucky because they are born in money, they are born into securities and things that they don't have to worry about for their living. Not like many of us who are born with that. Everything plus the obligation to earn a living. I have no idea. I imagine it must be awesome to be born and never have to worry about earning a living to live the life, right, that you received. And yet, look at some of these people. They're the most problematic ones you're going to find. Because although they don't have to worry about maybe the earning an honest living, a fulfilling living, which carries a lot of weight, and most of us, simple mortal folks, but maybe because they don't have to work as hard to survive, that screws something in their head that allows them to go and indulge in other things that can lead towards many different directions. We never know. And that shouldn't also be a measurement tool, like why somebody has such a great life. Look, he's a jerk, or she's this, or he's that, blah, 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 they or that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But they have their box of lemons too. We all have. But the most important piece for me is the stinky box. The stinky box is all that crap that we have done, that we contain. It's nothing to do with the box of lemons that life gave you. It's simply about all the stuff that you do, your contributions that will reflect the living you have today. A lot of the consequences of the living you're having today in your life is partially your fault. And unless you're able to realize that, if you are lucky enough or fortunate enough that you can afford, therapists and this and that, in America, almost everybody can. So go for it. Open up yourself, get your stuff out. But please realize that you have contributed. Because if you shield yourself as the perfect being who has always been affected and mistreated by the universe, that don't understand why it only happens to me, because everybody else seems to be good, but I'm always in crap. Go back to yourself, get off this little mask, and take that deep look to realize your contributions to the stinky box. Because if you don't, life will never be, your living will never be the way you dream. Unless what you're dreaming is darkness, is confusion, noise, and dirt everywhere. No matter what we do, no matter what anybody does, if you are not really committed to living the best life ever for your everyday, it's never going to happen. Now, if you are interested in tools that can help you, at least give you some kind of different point of view on how the living and life could work, focus on your brain and your mind, how your brain works, how your mind works, how your thoughts are formed, and what can you control, which is pretty much everything. We're starting on the 26th of February, the Silo Experiential Workshop Series. This one is called Survival to Thriver, Tools to Get Us Unstuck. You hear amazing stories of individuals that have been through, the darkest holes of darkness, and victims that today are thriving, and the tools they used. And when we're talking about the tools, awesome professionals that work in the area of, I call it brain tuning, right? Neuroplasticity, meditation, and all that stuff. All elements and tools that can help you apply them quickly. No blah, blah, blahs and long talks. It's a hands-on experiential workshop with tools that can help you use them today to get better, tune your head and realize how awesome your life is and how amazing your living can be. It all depends on you, on your head. So share the link. People can go to workshop.thesilo.org. If we don't have any more spots for February, you can pick the month of March, and very soon April will be available as well. Is no cost, thanks to Healthcare Advocates International from Stratford. Awesome people. And the fact that all the professionals participating in the workshops are volunteering their time and expertise in different fields to help us out. It's a community effort that can help improve, the quality of our living. If we tune up our brains, we can get there. All right. So this is one of the cool, awesome little things. Now I can also ask you if you have an opportunity to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can access going to positivevibrationsalways.org, and you can hit subscribe. You can hit the little bell. The community is growing. It's cool, very cool, because we're building this awesome community of like-minded individuals interested in sharing the good stuff. And if you're feeling that urge and the need to reconnect with Mother Nature, to hear some awesome birds, or take some free, quiet time in a magic healing place, come to Hunt Hill Farm, visit the silo. If I'm here, I'll be glad to give you a tour or just leave you alone if that's where you came from. While you're coming here, if you could bring 1 pound of non-perishable food, we'll be donating to support New Milford Social Services fight to eradicate hunger in our town. This will be amazing, because at the same time, we are supporting the achievement of the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals, and this is focused on number 1 and 2, which is eradication of extreme poverty and hunger. Means a lot to me. And if there's extra kindness left in you, and you could bring us some diapers, children and adult diapers, as we have a tremendous amount of members in our community in desperate need of those. We're in a campaign with the Rotary Club of New Milford, trying to help our neighbors as much as we can. So in the meantime, I want to wish you a fantabulous day filled with love and courage, unfragile powers to live the best day of your life every day with tons and tons and tons of positive vibrations always. Thank you.